Alrighty. Benny, great job today. Okay, good job on the old guitar. So let's just do a quick review. I'm going to zoom in a little bit on my left hand so you can see it. Okay, so the first thing we looked at was this G chord. Yeah, get over here. And playing it like this, and then getting the ring finger to cover the second string. So now I'm on the 3rd fret, 2nd fret, then a couple of open strings, and then 3rd fret on the 2nd string and 3rd fret on the 1st string. And it may take a while to get a solid sound out of that. Make sure you keep this knuckle bent. You don't want it to do that. That's not good. That's keep it up like that. Okay? And then you can go from the G chord to the C chord, which you did quite nicely. And you can either have your pinky down like that, or you can pick it up. Depends on what sound you want. Okay? Now the third thing you can do is this. You can go from here and then just hop over. And that's kind of a common sound in a lot of country music. So let me show you how that sounds when you strum that. So you notice I'm going 1, 2, 3, and 4. 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 1. Okay, so that's we talked about those strumming patterns, the down, 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 up, right? So this would be down. I'm going to play an E minor chord. I'm going to play that, and this would just be 4 downs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I can do 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Or I can do 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Or I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Or I could do an A minor chord and do 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. So you really want to control that. Remember, we also talked about kind of playing over the sound hole. And also, when you pick, you're kind of using your wrist as much as your, it's kind of a combination of arm and wrist, but I've got quite a bit of wrist going back and forth here. And I'm changing the angle of my pick. So when I go down, I go this way, and when I come back, I go this way. So the strike is a little bit angled like that. And you're doing that fine, so just keep that in mind. The one thing you don't want to do is just keep it totally straight. You definitely want a little gliding angle there. Okay, so here's the chords that we went over. G, you already know. C, you know. D, you knew. Then we did E major, which is open, 4, 6, and then 2, 2, 1. And then we did E minor, which is taking the index finger off and just going open, 2, 2, open. And then we did A minor. And that's open, open, 2, 2, 1. See that? Okay. So then we did some chord progressions where we went from E minor to A minor, back and forth to E minor, G, and C, and G, So we didn't talk about, so we'll come back to the E, A, D thing later. But for now, work on those. Then the other thing we did was working on plucking single strings and going down, up. Just like strumming where you go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and now we're going 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Now when I do the single string picking, I'm not flinging my arm around. I'm much more, a little more precise because I just want to strut. Okay, so you want to just kind of keep that much more tight, you know, like snug, and smaller motions so you can be faster. And obviously you don't have to go that fast, but you want to be nice and even. So you can do that all the way across the neck, the strings. Just like that, all the way across and back. In fact, I'll do that right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 2 plucks on each string. You could do 1 pluck on each string. Now that's got to go down, up, doesn't it? Down, up, down, up, down, up. Or start at the bottom and go down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay? But we'll look at that some more next time as well. Yeah. I think that's pretty much what we covered. And we'll do some more stuff next week. You did great today. So I'll see you next week.